ever since I came to Ghana, I have not heard generator sound. I can pray, I can think about the Lord, and there's no sound doing go 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 in my ear. Action! Hi YouTubers! I don't want to do the normal intro, but I don't think we have any choice. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad to be back again on screen on this app. I know that every time I say I've ghosted, and then I still keep ghosting after every video, but the thing is, I'm still trying to get my way around YouTube. It's it's not as easy as every other app. It takes a lot of work and consistency. It takes a lot of planning. So please allow me to, get into it. The very best. I'm trying. Anyway, today I will be talking about living in Ghana as a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian and I recently went to Ghana, and I couldn't help but let people know the differences. I'm not trying to compare Ghana and Nigeria. Please, Ghanaians and Nigerians always fight and compare each other. That is not what I came here to do. This is a huge disclaimer, please. I'm just here to let people know, what to expect if you're a Nigerian coming to somewhere you've never been before. If I happen to go to other countries, I'm definitely still going to, talk about my experiences and the things I observed that are different from where I came from. I'll be splitting this video into two because I know it's definitely going to be a long ass video. So I'll have a part one and a part two. I'll be talking about the housing, the transportation, the social life, the environment. In this first video, I'm going to be talking about housing and transportation in Ghana. Before I even start this video, I want to say that Ghana is beautiful. I don't think I'm exaggerating. Ghana is beautiful to me. In my opinion, Ghana is very beautiful. And in this video, you're going to find out reasons why I said it is beautiful. So without wasting much of our time speaking too much English, let me get right into the video. But before that, please subscribe to my channel if you're new. Subscribe to this baby girl's video. Please support me, like, comment, share. If you've got questions you want me to answer concerning Ghana or Nigeria, I will look through all the comments and I'll look out for questions. So thank you for being kind enough to subscribe, like, share, comment, anyone as the spirit leads. So first of all, I am going to be talking about like the actual journey flying from Nigeria to Ghana. Ghana is visa on arrival for Nigerians. So all you need is your international passport, your COVID card, and your yellow card. Don't make the same mistake I made when I was coming here. I was told that all I needed was my international passport and my COVID card. I got to the airport, I saw Agbero boys trying to tell me that, oh, if you're going to Ghana, you will need your yellow card. And I'm like, you guys are trying to just siphon money from me. And they said it was 7,500. I didn't listen. Then I got into the Nigerian airport and I asked if they needed yellow card, and they said no, that I just needed my international passport and my COVID card. I'm like, thank God. You see, I'm a smart ass. They didn't catch me outside. Then I got to Ghana airport. When I arrived in Ghana, I just heard, please move to the side with your COVID card, your passport, and your yellow card. I'm like, your yellow what? Your yellow card. Came to the woman, told her that I don't have a yellow card. I didn't know that was a requirement. And she said, well, move over to that counter. They're going to attend to you there. When I got to the counter, I told the man there or the officer there, that I don't have a yellow card. And he said, okay, that's either I take the shot or I pay. I said, how much? That I've taken the shot before. The yellow card is basically for yellow fever. It's a vaccine against yellow fever. So you take it every 10 years. So I have taken mine within the last 10 years. So you don't expect me to take another one. So that's what I told them, and they said I have to pay $20. That's like I converted it. That day's rate was around 16,000 naira. So I tried to bargain and it didn't work. So I ended up paying $20, which is like 16,000 naira as at that day, because naira rate was high as at the time I traveled. So instead of me to have paid 7,500 while in Nigeria, I now came to Ghana and paid times two, or more than times two of the same thing. So don't make that mistake. Just get yourself ready with those requirements that I mentioned, and you're good to go. That's that for my arrival. Then coming in, when I landed in the airport, I can say that the officials were nice. The airport is not like the Nigerian airport that once you come, you see a lot of Uber drivers telling you you dey go, and they're dragging you by your back. It's not like that. It's more peaceful, more organized. If you need an Uber, you just order by yourself. They had taxis. I saw a couple of taxi drivers outside, but they were very composed. They were not rushing me like, I shouldn't have done that. I think I should get that off this clip. So I didn't experience anything like that. The only thing that caught me, okay, not really that it caught me off guard, but that when I got to the airport, of course, your SIM card stops working. You start roaming. And I didn't have internet access anymore at this time. So I needed to book an Uber, and I tried to use the airport's Wi-Fi, but it was fluctuating. So I ended up meeting one of the officers there and asked him to please help me with hotspots, and then that was how I connected. He helped me to pick my Uber. He explained the currency to me, like what I'm supposed to pay. Oh, that reminds me, I also went to the counter there to exchange. I had dollars, so I exchanged dollars to cedis. As at the time, dollars to cedis was 13 cedis. $1 was 13 cedis. So I exchanged that, and that was how I could pay for the Uber. Else there was no other way. So you can't escape the airport exchange. Is more expensive if you're exchanging in the airport. I mean, you get lower value for your money, but if you're exchanging in the black market, you know how it is. You get more. So I did that, booked my Uber, and then it took me to the hotel. Stayed in the hotel for a day, and that same day I went to check out houses because I wanted to pay for an apartment for at least a month, and that was how I settled in Ghana. Moving forward, about the transportation, I remember coming from the airport to my hotel, and I came with the attitude of a Nigerian. The Uber in Nigeria uses AC like it's your right. They don't turn on their ACs in Uber in Ghana. I was shocked. So I got into this Uber, and the windows were wind down, and I was like, "Oh God, turn on your AC please." And the guy said no. I'm like, what? On my money again. So I tried to do right. I tried to form that it's my right. It's not your right. They don't turn on ACs except maybe you pay for it extra. You pay extra for it. So I didn't know that initially. Now I do, and I'm telling you now, don't come to Ghana and feel that they should turn on their AC for you if you did not pay extra for it. The Uber cars are quite small. Well, they have other vehicles for Uber. I don't know about cars, so I can't specifically call the name of the cars, but it's like pure water car. Is it Kia? I think I'll just put a picture here. These are the type of cars that they use for Ubers, and they're so small, they're so portable. I liked it because I like small cars, maybe. So, but in Nigeria, you see big cars for Uber, and it's just weird. Sometimes you don't even know which one is Uber. Aside that they use these cars for Uber, I think they also like small cars. Here, I see many people driving small cars. It just gives this vibe. I don't know, but they like small cars. Not that they don't have big cars, they do, but a lot of the time I just see small cars. Maybe it's because of the area I'm in Accra. While still on the road, I started observing how their roads are very clean. They obey street signs, they obey traffic signs. Ghana drivers are so cool compared to Nigeria. I come from Lagos. I live in Lagos in Nigeria, and the driving there is crazy, crazy. You collect courses, they'll scratch your car. People are driving like mad people. In Ghana, even if the other lane is empty, you will not find a Ghana driver swerving. I came from Lagos. I expected them to be driving, the same way. And then I was in this Uber, and the guy just keeps going on the same lane. I'm like, Oga, move fast now. Chale, move fast. Brother did not move fast. Street sign, they will stay there and wait, even if every other place is empty. So they're very organized. The roads are clean too. I also didn't see a lot of dumpsters. I know how in Nigeria people can easily throw dirt around. Here I don't see a lot of that. The roads are clean. Really, I like that about Ghana. Then they don't horn. You don't hear wah wah, pam pam. There's no noise. People are just driving. They just know what to do and they drive peacefully. If I came here, listen, this is something that we if you're in Nigeria, just know that you're noisy. You won't even know you're noisy and loud until you come out of Nigeria. So I came here, and anytime I talk, I find myself speaking loud because I'm used to noise, I'm used to train sounds, I'm used to horns, I'm used to generator sounds, all those noise. I came here and I'm on the road, but it's not as noisy as Nigeria. So they don't horn. Like, how do people know when to shift? But it is what it is. They just, I don't know how that works. It's a shock to me because coming into the housing, I would say that Ghana houses are beautiful. Their pattern of houses are very nice, but they have a thing for kitchen. All the apartments I checked out in Ghana, their kitchens are like, when you see the kitchen without seeing every other room, you take the house because the kitchen is just so beautiful. I don't know why they pay so much attention to their kitchens. It's always very arranged with the cabinets, with, like you just be hungry to cook in their kitchens. Very spacious, very organized. I don't know why. In Nigerian houses, a lot of Nigerian houses, they pay less attention to their kitchens. You might have all the big space in your room, but your kitchen will just be one small ekoro. One small partition in the house. But then that's not to say that they don't have nice houses in Nigeria. They do. They do have a lot of nice houses with big ass kitchens in Nigeria. So that's a disclaimer before people start roasting me. Again, if you are a foreigner coming to Ghana, please note that their water is very harsh. They use hard water here, and I wasn't told. So after like 3-4 days, I started having reactions on my face and on my body. I never have rashes, I never have reactions, except, if it's my time of the month, it wasn't. And I kept having these rashes until someone told me that, sorry sis, we use hard water, so you have to use Dettol. You have to put Dettol in your water before bathing. Dettol or any other thing that works like Dettol. Look at my face. They said their water is hard water. So I was just told about this yesterday. Look at my face. I wish this camera can show this properly. And they are painful. They're not just there, it's painful all over my body. If I'm bathing, I have to get Dettol. I have to disinfect the water else. And well, I started using it and it started working. Come with your Dettol. Dettol Co is quite a business in Ghana. Load it in your bag if you're coming. So after you've settled in, gotten your house, you will need a SIM card. I think the SIM card is even something that you should get right from your point of arrival. While I was in the Uber going to my hotel, the Uber driver was nice enough to help me get a SIM card. So to do that, you have to have a Ghana card. Ghana card is like their ID, your international passport or your national ID card in Nigeria. Ghana card serves the same purpose. So without your Ghana card, you cannot buy a SIM card. So the Uber driver was nice enough to help me get one and registered it for me. So you need to get your SIM card, else you will not have Wi-Fi, you will not have internet access, and you need internet access. You need to order your Bolt or your Uber. You need to use your Google Map for locations. You need to communicate. Personally, I would recommend this. If you want to get a SIM card, get MTN, especially if you're not even especially if you're an I was going to say especially if you're an iPhone user, but no, scratch that. Get MTN. I hope this doesn't shade any network. I'm just looking out for my fellow Nigerians. I got Vodafone while coming in. I think they use Vodafone, Airtel, and Airtel Care, and MTN. So I got Vodafone, and after I started using it, I realized that I couldn't turn on my hotspot I use an iPhone. I couldn't turn on my hotspot in my iPhone. So I was thinking, okay, maybe it's because of the area. And then I also realized that my phone was always on 3G. So a lot of their locations have 3G. They have 4G, but for some reason, I couldn't always get 4G in my phone. And my iPhone is 4G. The SIM card is 4G, but the network coverage wasn't just giving 4G. And then I also realized I couldn't turn on my hotspot. I have an Android phone that I also use. At some point, I needed to turn on my hotspot from my laptop and my Android, and I couldn't do that. So I thought it was because of the 4G. I looked it up on the internet, and I wasn't getting. And they kept saying that it's either the area doesn't have 4G coverage, or the SIM card doesn't support 4G. But then I got to areas that had 4G, and my phone had 4G. I still couldn't turn on my hotspot. It was much later that I realized that Vodafone does not support hotspot. I looked it up on the internet, and it was true. Vodafone in Ghana doesn't use hotspot. I don't know about other countries, and it's not just on iPhones. It doesn't also work on any device. They just don't want you to share hotspots. You have to buy data for all your devices, except you buy like the actual Wi-Fi. I would recommend that you get MTN if you don't have a Wi-Fi or MiFi or any Fi. I would also add that data in Ghana is cheaper than Nigeria. It's way cheaper than Nigeria. You use a small fee to get a good amount of data that can carry you for 5 days. In Nigeria, you use 1,500 to buy 6 gig, I think, for a week, and it doesn't even stay up to that week. But here in Ghana, you use 15 cedis, which is around 900 naira, to buy I think 5.5 gig for 5 days, and it really stays. It gives you your value. I use internet a lot, I use data a lot, and it still works well for me. Like, it doesn't. Nigerian data, they will suck your data with straw. Their night plan, for people that use night plan, me, I economize. I cannot be forming. Yes, money is hard to come by, so by all means necessary, I try to cut down my costs. So I make use of night plans a lot while in Nigeria. Once it's 12 a.m. or I think 11 p.m., I buy night plan. And then in Nigeria, when you buy, it's just daily night plan. Once it's 6 a.m., the night plan, even if you've not used it, it's over, you lose it. I think you use 15 naira to buy 1 gig thereabout. Here in Ghana, the night plan stays for as long as, like, you buy night plan today. Let's say you buy 2 gig today. It doesn't finish. You can continue using the night plan for days. It doesn't expire. it doesn't expire like Nigerian ones that expire daily. So let's say you buy 5 gig today and it's 6 a.m., then it stops working. Once it's like 12 a.m. the next night, it automatically switches to your night plan, and it continues. So you can just buy like 10 gig night plan data, and you can keep using that every night. So if you're a lover of night plan like me, this is for you. Another point to note is this: Ghana is 1 hour behind Nigeria. So note that. But the thing that shocked me about their time is this: once it's 5 p.m., everywhere starts getting dark. So once it's like 5:30 p.m. and it's 6:30 p.m. in Nigeria, that's when Nigeria starts getting dark. The weather starts getting dark. 6 p.m., 7 p.m. So it's, as Nigeria is getting dark, Ghana too is getting dark, and the time on the clock says 5:06. So it's when I noticed that, I was so pissed. I really don't like that about Ghana. And then when it's 5 a.m., everywhere is already getting bright. Like 5, it's just 5 in the morning. The sun is coming out. So I'm like, well, you guys should have just stayed the same with Nigeria. Like, why shift the time 1 hour behind? We're basically living the same way. Like the sunrise, sunset is happening at the same time. So just maintain the time. Let me know that I still have time or that I don't have time. Imagine staying awake up until 5 a.m. and when you look out your window, everywhere is bright. I don't like that. This one, Nigerians will like this one, and it's also a shocker to us. In fact, it's not a shocker. Nigeria should be flogged about this one. So coming to Ghana, I realized that they have steady light. They don't take light in Ghana. Even if they do, I don't think it stays more than 20-30 minutes. They have steady light. And I mean, even if it's going up, it might just be once in 1 month. It's so heartbreaking to know that Nigeria, of all people, we don't have steady light. Sometimes you stay 2 weeks, you will not see light. I'm sure some people stay months without light. Embarrassing. Nah. So that's to say that ever since I came to Ghana, I have not heard generator sound. No. I can pray, I can think about the Lord, and there's no sound doing go 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 in my ear. It's so quiet, it's so peaceful here. I like the environment, seriously. So don't worry, if you're coming to Ghana, you don't need to carry jerrycan to be buying fuel for your gen. You don't need that. Anyway, that's that for this part of the video. I'm sure by now you must have subscribed and liked and probably have some questions in your head or some roasting to do. But just be nice. I appreciate you getting to this point of the video. I'm definitely going to do a part 2 talking about their social life, their environment, their food. So make sure you stick to this page. I hope this video is not as long as. And that's that. Have a wonderful day. Bye. It doesn't finish. Like, even if it doesn't, you buy like, you can continue using.
Let's go for commercial break. We'll be back.
I'm here to give you some news about Ghana. YouTube is not easy. I won't quit. I'll keep going.